Hey everyone, what is up? It is Sunday again. Happy early St. Patrick's Day. The lucky day is only 2 days away from now on Tuesday. To celebrate, I had a huge bowl of Lucky Charms this morning. It was magically delicious. As you can see, I am wearing my Lucky Charms shirt right now. I am so hyped, but for now, let's get right into this week's video. So this week, I kind of thought that I would take this video and talk a bit about what's going on out there in the world today. Obviously, the coronavirus is a huge thing that is really affecting all of our lives pretty much. It's really causing a huge impact. So I kind of wanted to talk a bit about my thoughts on that and kind of maybe help us kind of calm and soothe our fears a little bit. So anyway, yeah, obviously this is kind of something like a lot of us, most of us really, all of us probably have never seen before. It's a huge outbreak. It's a pandemic that's literally affecting like every country in the world. Several countries are on lockdown, like Italy, and I think France. And here in the U.S., just about every state has cases. There's a whole bunch right here I'm on Long Island in New York. There's a whole bunch here. It's a scary thing. I know a lot of us are very scared. I'd be lying if I would say that I'm not really, scared, because it's worrisome. It really is. It seems like more and more people every day are getting this, and even dying from it. So, yeah, it's a huge concern. But, we shouldn't let fear consume us, which is what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about some ways that we could stay healthy physically, but as well as, mentally, emotionally, and psychologically, which are just as important. Yeah, I know that a lot of people are off from school. Schools are closing down, businesses are closing down. So for me, I'll just say that all of my classes are going to be online only for the whole rest of the semester. Which is true of like colleges across the country. So that means that the way I'm ending out my senior year is through online classes. This could very well be my last like few months ever of school. So it's a really weird way to end it out. On top of that, like my school, of course, they're not hosting any of their major events that they usually do in the spring. Like the spring concert, we get like a big name artist for a concert. Like seniors have senior formal, stuff like that. As you know, I run a club at my school, Be the Change Club. I've talked about that a lot on here. I can't do anything more with that. Even graduation, the ceremony, which is in early May 8th this year, we don't even know what's going to happen with that. So it's a really like crazy way for me to end out my senior year of college, not how I expected it at all to be. It is a bit disappointing that it kind of has to end this way. Like a lot of people living on campus are moving out of the dorms. This is the last day of my spring break, so tomorrow I'm gonna go back, and as long as they keep the dorms open, I'll still be there, but there'll be like hardly anyone else there. And I'll mainly just be spending time in my room, like going to class online and not doing much else outside. Of course, I'll be using the time to work a lot on Best Feeling Ever, which I'll update you all on as it goes, but it's weird. Um, so I'm a bit sad about that. I'm a bit disappointed, but again, the important thing is that we all stay healthy and happy as possible, as possible. And we all just take steps to help fight this and combat it as best we can. So on that note, let's just go over some tips to keep ourselves as healthy as possible. Obviously, I'm sure you don't need me to tell you to wash your hands. We've all been bombarded by that a million times over every day. But of course, it is just as important. So we got to make sure that we're washing for like at least 40 seconds, as many times a day as we can, not touching our faces, and just trying to keep social distance from each other, as hard as that could be. Take some time. If you're not feeling well, take time to get yourself better, and to rest up and stuff like that, because that's really most important. But beyond that, beyond like what most of us have been, constantly hearing from online and from social media, what I really want to emphasize in terms of like physical health and wellness is that we take this time to make sure that our bodies are feeling as strong and as healthy as they could be. Again, a lot of us, myself included, will have a lot of time, kind of off from school. If you're going to class online, if your school's not doing like events, if your businesses is shut down, if you're out of work for the time being, you know, we have to use this time to focus on ourselves. And I promise that cough was just allergies. I don't believe that I'm getting it. Let's hope not. But anyway, yeah, no, we got to take this time to focus on ourselves, to make sure our bodies are as strong and as healthy as they could be. Because, again, the best way of defending against this virus or any disease is to take that kind of preventative measure and make sure that we are feeling our best and that we are taking good care of ourselves as best we can. So please, please don't push yourself beyond your limits. Don't, do things that you don't feel you need to do. Just, focus on yourself and make sure that you're as healthy and well as you could be. But of course, going along with that isn't just physical health and wellness. It's psychological and emotional health and wellness, which, especially in times like this, that's something that I really feel needs to be more emphasized and more focused on. Everyone's, talking about how to prevent getting sick, but, we got to also take good care of our minds, too. And especially, with all these news stories every second of every day, with all the social media, with everyone kind of freaking out about this, with all the toilet paper shortages, you go into the store and there's empty aisles, completely empty. It's crazy. So we gotta not let that fear consume us. Yes, this is something that we need to be cautious of. Yes, it is scary, but being overly afraid is not going to help us or anyone. So we got to kind of just, breathe, be in the moment, practice, mindfulness, practice staying calm, and just, let that carry us forward. And of course, we got to help each other out through this. Now, again, with social distance and everything, which is, of course, super important in these times, that is kind of getting harder, but there's still lots we could do to, be there for one another and to lift one another up and support each other. Just because we might have to keep more physical distance from each other, that doesn't mean we have to keep emotional distance in other ways. We still must be checking up on our friends, our family, our neighbors, everyone around us, just, seeing how they're doing. It might just go a long way. It will go a long way, even just shooting them a text, even if they live far away from you, just saying, hey, I know this is a tough time. How are you doing? Do you need to talk or anything? That kind of thing will really go a long way. And we cannot forget that spirit of community that unites all of us, especially in these times. We must come together. We must react with compassion and love and kindness and empathy now more than ever. And we must not, focus on what's going on out there so much as what we could do to help each other through it. So, reach out to everyone close to you, even those who are far away, even those you haven't seen or talked to in a while. Remind them that you're there. That will help a lot. That will go a long way. And just, do what you need to do to keep yourself healthiest and happiest. Take a break from the news and the social media every now and again. Watch your favorite shows, listen to your favorite music, read some good books, play some games. Really, whatever it is that makes you feel good, uplifts you, inspires you to keep going. That's super important now more than ever. So, yeah, just keep yourself happy and healthy in all ways, holistically. Mind, body, spirit, all of it must come together so that we can be our strongest, healthiest selves, and so that we can help each other to get through this as quickly as we can. And hopefully, this will be behind us sooner rather than later. But until then, we're just going to power through because we're strong and we can do this. We got this. So, yeah, reach out. Let me know what you're doing to stay healthy. Let me know what your tips are for, physical, mental, and emotional well-being in these times. What are you doing to, unite with others through this and to keep those, keep that sense of community going? Let me know. As always, keep submitting your connections at bestfeelingever.com/connections. I want to hear them. I want to share them. Haven't gotten any yet, but I'm looking forward to. I have a feeling they'll start coming in soon. So please make sure you do that. The link is down below in the description. Make sure you do that. Other than that, yeah. Just also remember to follow us on social media and join the Discord server. The link to that is in the description as well. I don't know if that's still working. I might have to get another one going. Let me know. Try to join the server. If you can't, let me know so that I can fix that. And lastly, what I'll say for Best Feeling Ever is that, this is a perfect example of why it's so important that we have that kind of support network, not just in person, but online, where we know that we can come to this community and we can see comfort and share love and compassion with one another and share advice and tips on how to stay our healthiest, happiest selves. Of course, that's no substitute for being in person, obviously, but it is, again, super important that we have that, which is a huge role of what the Best Feeling Ever movement is doing. and something that will help us now and in the future as well. So make sure you check that out. And as always, reach out to me with any questions, comments, or ideas you have. And yeah, I'm going to try to come on here more often now since I will have more time on my hands with everything. So yeah, stay tuned for that. You know, Best Feeling Ever is really just getting started. I have so many exciting plans in the works. And it's really all about to ramp up as I finish school. In these next couple months, it's crazy. I have less than two more months until I graduate. So, you know, it's all gonna just go straight up from there. And I'm super excited, whatever happens. All right, so stay happy, stay healthy, wash your hands, take good care of yourselves, rest up. And yeah, reach out to me with whatever you have. I will see you all really soon. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Enjoy it. Stay lucky. And yeah, take good care, everyone. Sending love and hugs to all of you. Yeah, always be kind to yourselves and to others, especially now. All right, everyone. Happy Sunday, and I will see you all really soon. Love you all. Bye.